Have you ever felt that strange sensation, that unmistakable pressure between your eyebrows when you're deep in meditation? That's no coincidence. It's your third eye trying to awaken, trying to break free from centuries of suppression. The ancient ones knew this secret. They carved it into their temples, encoded it in their texts, whispered it to only the most devoted initiates. And now, the powers that have kept this knowledge hidden are losing their grip. I discovered this method during my darkest moment, when conventional reality no longer made sense. What happened next changed everything I thought I knew about human potential. The veil between worlds thinned, and I glimpsed what lies beyond, what's been there all along, waiting for us to simply see. This isn't just another spiritual technique. This is the original method, restored to its uncorrupted form, that transforms ordinary perception into multidimensional awareness in record time. The elite have used these exact practices behind closed doors, while keeping us trapped in a limited perception of reality. Why? Because an awakened population cannot be controlled. Your intuition led you here for a reason. That subtle knowing, that feeling that there's more to existence than what you've been shown. It's your dormant abilities calling you home. In just minutes, following this ancient protocol, you'll experience what mystics spent lifetimes trying to achieve. Are you ready to see what they don't want you to see? They sense your awakening, and it terrifies them. Throughout human history, a silent war has been waged, not for territory or resources, but for control of human consciousness itself. The third eye, your pineal gland, isn't just some esoteric concept. It's a biological technology so powerful that entire systems have been established to ensure it remains dormant in the population. Look at the evidence hiding in plain sight. From the Eye of Horus in ancient Egypt to the pine cone sculptures of the Vatican, from the Ajna chakra of Vedic texts to the single eye mentioned in spiritual scriptures worldwide. How could civilizations separated by oceans and centuries develop identical understandings of this inner gateway unless they were accessing the same profound truth? The calcification of the pineal gland isn't just a biological curiosity. It's the physical manifestation of spiritual suppression. The fluoride in water, electromagnetic pollution, and certain food additives create a perfect storm that hardens this sensitive organ, literally crystallizing your third eye shut. This isn't conspiracy theory, it's biochemistry with a purpose. What happens when you begin to perceive beyond the five senses? Your reality expands exponentially. You see the energetic imprints before physical events manifest. You sense intentions beneath spoken words. You recognize patterns connecting seemingly random events. In other words, you become impossible to deceive. Is it any wonder why this knowledge has been systematically removed from public consciousness? The ancient temples weren't just ceremonial spaces. They were activation chambers, precisely designed with acoustic and geometric properties that facilitated pineal awakening. The mystery schools of Egypt, Greece, Tibet, and pre-Columbian America all preserved core techniques for this awakening, disguising them in mythology to protect them from those who would destroy such knowledge. Today, for the first time, these fragmented pieces have been reassembled into their original, powerful form. Your DNA contains the blueprint for abilities that would seem superhuman by today's standards. Remote viewing, telepathic communication, energetic healing, manifestation acceleration. These aren't magical powers. They're the natural functions of a fully activated consciousness system. The veil is thinning now. Can you feel it? That subtle pressure between your eyebrows is your dormant potential knocking on the door of your awareness, waiting for you to finally open it. What if I told you that the most powerful spiritual technology ever discovered requires no expensive equipment, no years of training, and works within minutes of application? The ancient adepts understood something that modern science is only beginning to recognize. Consciousness operates on quantum principles. This sacred activation method was deliberately fragmented throughout history, with different pieces scattered across various traditions to prevent its full power from being utilized. Today, we're reassembling this cosmic technology in its original, uncorrupted form. The key lies in the specific combination of breath, visualization, and frequency that creates an immediate neurological shift in your brain's functioning. The quantum initiation begins with a specific breathing pattern that alters your brainwave state. Inhale for 6 counts through your nose, directing the energy to the center of your forehead. Hold for 3 counts while visualizing a deep indigo light beginning to pulse between your eyebrows. Then exhale for 9 counts through slightly parted lips, imagining this light expanding outward in concentric waves. This 6-3-9 pattern isn't arbitrary. It's mathematically aligned with universal constants that facilitate interdimensional perception. As you continue this breathing cycle, introduce the sacred sound frequency that acts as a tuning fork for your pineal gland. The vibration of AUM, pronounced with elongation of each sound component, creates resonant frequencies that dissolve calcification in the pineal tissue. This is why ancient temples were designed with specific acoustic properties to amplify these vibrational codes that unlock the third eye. The final component involves a precise pressure point activation. Using your middle finger, apply gentle but firm pressure to the center point between your eyebrows while maintaining the breath and sound. This creates a triangulation effect that completes the circuit between your energetic and physical systems. Can you feel the subtle tingling that's already beginning to manifest? This is just the beginning of what's possible. Within moments of completing the quantum initiation, you'll begin to notice subtle yet unmistakable shifts in your perception. Don't be alarmed. These are the natural effects of your consciousness expanding beyond its artificially imposed limitations. First comes a gentle pressure sensation between your eyebrows, followed by a warming or tingling that radiates outward. Many experience immediate visual phenomena, geometrical patterns appearing against closed eyelids, unusual light sensitivity, or peripheral flashes of movement. These aren't hallucinations, but the beginning stages of perceiving energy frequencies that have always existed around you. Your nervous system is literally rewiring to accommodate expanded bandwidth of information. The most compelling evidence of successful activation comes through synchronicities that rapidly accelerate in the 48 hours following the practice. Meaningful coincidences, intuitive hits that prove accurate, and dreams of unusual clarity all indicate that your consciousness is accessing non-local information fields. Have you ever experienced a moment of knowing something without logically understanding how you knew it? That intuitive flash is your third eye beginning to function. Be prepared for resistance from your ego mind as old perceptual frameworks dissolve. Doubt, rationalization, and even physical discomfort are common as your neurological system adjusts to this expanded state. This is precisely why powerful institutions have suppressed these techniques. The awakened individual can no longer be contained within limited belief systems. According to ancient Hermetic texts, this initial period of adjustment is the crossing of the first threshold. The moment when the initiate must choose between retreating to comfortable illusions or advancing into expanded reality. The physical world around you hasn't changed. but your ability to perceive the energetic dimensions that interpenetrate it has fundamentally shifted. This is only the beginning of your journey into true sight. As your third eye activation stabilizes, entire realms of existence that have always surrounded you become perceptible. The ancient mystery schools map these dimensions with remarkable precision, describing the same cosmology across cultures separated by vast distances and time. How could this be possible? Unless they were accessing the same objective reality beyond physical limitation. The astral plane, the first dimension beyond physical matter, appears initially as subtle energy fields around people and objects. You'll begin noticing colorful auras, emotional imprints, and thought forms that exist as tangible structures in this refined dimension. This isn't imagination, but direct perception of energy that science is only beginning to measure with specialized equipment. Your activated pineal gland serves as biological technology far more sophisticated than any human-made device. Access to the Akashic Records, the cosmic memory field that records all events, thoughts, and possibilities, becomes possible with continued practice. Intuitive information about past, present, and potential futures flows into your awareness without the limitations of space and time. This explains why ancient oracles could predict events with uncanny accuracy, and why modern remote viewers can describe locations they've never physically visited. The practical applications of these abilities transform every aspect of your life. Sensing the energy signatures of others provides immediate insight into their authentic intentions, regardless of their words or actions. Environmental influences, from electromagnetic fields to subtle dimensional entities, become apparent, allowing you to navigate spaces with greater awareness and protection. Business decisions, relationships, health choices, all benefit from access to information beyond the limited five senses. Perhaps most significantly, your manifestation abilities dramatically accelerate. The third eye serves as a transmitter as well as a receiver, allowing you to project coherent thought forms into the quantum field with greater precision. Have you noticed how some people seem to materialize their desires with unusual speed and accuracy? They're utilizing, often unconsciously, the same faculty you're now deliberately activating. The boundaries between you and the cosmic intelligence that permeates all existence begin to dissolve. This isn't merely a spiritual experience. It's your birthright as a multidimensional being temporarily focused in physical form. The ancient method has simply removed the artificial barriers that prevented you from recognizing what you've always been. Now that your third eye has awakened, how do you maintain and strengthen this profound connection? This is where most teachings fall short. But I'm going to reveal the exact protocols the masters use to stabilize these abilities. The first key is protection. Yes, protection. As your perceptual field expands, you become aware of energetic influences that previously affected you unconsciously. Some of these energies may not serve your highest development. Creating a daily energetic shield using visualization and sound is not optional. It's essential for anyone with an activated third eye. Imagine a sphere of violet gold light surrounding your entire energy field, pulsing with protective intelligence, while intoning the sound "to" 3 times. This creates a frequency barrier that allows beneficial energies to enter while deflecting lower vibrations. Regular pineal decalcification becomes crucial for maintaining clear perception. Ancient texts describe this process as purifying the lens of the soul. Modern methods include filtered water free of fluoride and heavy metals, foods rich in boron like avocados and nuts, regular sun exposure to the forehead during specific hours, and targeted sound frequencies between 936 Hz and 963 Hz. These simple daily practices prevent the recalcification that society's environmental factors constantly encourage. Integration of your expanded perception with daily life requires a balanced approach. Some awakened individuals become so fascinated with astral dimensions that they neglect their physical existence. This is a trap. The masters understood that true power comes from bridging worlds, not escaping from one to another. Establish a rhythm of 20 minutes of third eye practice, followed by purposeful engagement with practical matters. This creates a harmonious flow between cosmic awareness and earthly effectiveness. The ancient texts speak of the eternal observer, that part of you that can witness both physical and non-physical realities simultaneously without becoming lost in either. Cultivating this centered awareness is the ultimate achievement. When faced with challenging situations, ask yourself, what does my third eye perception reveal about this that my physical senses cannot detect? Then, allow the intuitive information to guide your practical actions. This is how you live as a multidimensional being in a three-dimensional world. Remember, your awakened abilities are meant to serve not just your personal evolution, but the elevation of collective consciousness. How will you use these gifts to bring greater light into a world desperately in need of authentic vision? The choice and the responsibility is yours.